Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at a tempered glass screen protector for the Samsung Galaxy S9 that offers two screen protectors with UV curing at under $20. Let's check it out. So we've been reviewing a lot of different products for the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, and I wanted to bring this one to you because I found this one to be very interesting. This is a tempered glass screen protector that features a UV curing process. So that's full adhesive. It means you won't get dust under the screen. It means you won't get water on the screen. It means that it's going to stay on your screen, and you should be able to use your S Pen. And it also means that your touch sensitivity is going to be spot on. So this is a 2-for, so it comes with two screen protectors, all under $20. So let's do the unboxing and let's see what it's like. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available. Now in the box, you're going to have a UV curing light, microfiber towel for cleaning, screen protector cleaning accessories. So this is going to be your alcohol wipes and dust stickies that you'll use. So you get two of those. And you don't get one, but you actually get two screens, each that you could use with this liquid. Now let's take a look at the screen a little bit closer and see if it has any microdots. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this up. And no microdots. The question is it as good as the white stone glass? All right, now let's go ahead and let's compare how the screen size is on the Note 9 to see if it's a case-friendly screen protector. All right, so this is my Note 9, and it does have already a screen protector installed. This is the white stone glass screen protector. I am using a Monarch case. This is a UAG case. And what we're going to do is we're going to compare the size of the screen protectors. So I'm just going to take this screen protector, put it on top, and let's look at the actual dimensions. So we're just going to line it right here from top to bottom so you can see the differences in size. So first of all, you can clearly see right here, let's get that a little bit closer, that there is some space. Let me make sure I'm holding it where it's kind of centered right there. So you can see that it does come down a little bit lower. You can see that also it's lower all the way around. So it's lower here and in this area. I'm going to keep it held right there, and then also you see that it's lower down here as well. So a couple things that you can do. You could either adjust it like this, like I am, but still you'll notice that the white stone is coming out more. So it's a little bit larger. And now looking at the sides, we're running into the same difference. So the sides, the protection doesn't go all the way far down as we see with the white stone either. Now that difference in size, I'm not going to say that that's going to be a negative because we still have to see how it's going to work, but it's just a different size. Now what that means to those of you who are looking at cases, this screen protector, in my opinion, just an initial looking, just at the fact that it's a little bit smaller on the sides and a little bit shorter from the top and the bottom, means that it's going to have a higher compatibility with cases. So that means there are a lot of cases out there that have frames on them that kind of clamp on the top and the bottom. In my opinion, this may pass in those cases. Like if you think about the Unicorn Beetle one that has a snap-on but has no screen protector. It also, I've heard from some of you on the channel about OtterBox, where OtterBox has the frame. This may work on an OtterBox. We're still waiting for OtterBox to send us some of their cases. They're on the way. And if OtterBox you're watching, get them over here really quick so that we can include them in the review. So, the big thing that I notice here is that this one does not have an alignment tray. So it's going to be really important when you put this on how you actually do the alignment. Because once again, once you cured it, it's cured. Second, I notice is that it has a smaller UV light. So you notice that the UV light barely covers end to end. So what I was noticing on their video for installation is that they're kind of going over it on the sides. And as you recall in some of the other videos that we did, you want to cure at least 15 seconds in the center, on the side, top of the bottom. And then on top of the bottom is where you want to do a lot of the curing. I typically set for 60 seconds on each side because this is where you do a lot of the touching, right? On the bottom specifically. And then in this area on the corners is where I find that over time it separates. So this is going to have to be one of those long-term reviews. So we're going to do the installation. We're going to see how it compares. We're going to look at the touch sensitivity, pen sensitivity, if that works. And then we're just going to have to use this for a period of time. I can tell you with these, I've had them on phones for the life of their phone. I showed you what it looked like on my Note 8 from day one to now that I've upgraded to the Note 9. And we'll have to do the same thing with this. But again, this seems to be an incredibly affordable option for full screen protection with full adhesive that will not get impacted by dust or water. So let's get right to the installation. So now the next step is to clean off our phone. So what we're going to do is wipe it down. And as a reminder, for those of you who may have been watching this video for the very first time and haven't seen any of my other videos, the most important thing about this process is going to be wiping down the screen, making sure that you do not have the central air in your home on, no fans on, nothing moving. If you need to, cover the vents in your home. That's what I do, and that's how I typically get really solid installs. Make sure you wipe the corners really nice, go over even up to the buttons when you're wiping this down to make sure you get everything. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wipe it down with the microfiber towel, and then we're going to go over it one more time with a little dust remover sticky, just in case, just to be on the safe side. Alright, so now I'm going to make sure that I don't have any spots left from the alcohol by just wiping it down, and then what I'll do is one more time use the remover stickies just to make sure that nothing flew in as I was cleaning it. Really important that you get this nice and wiped down. Alright, now the last thing I'm going to do, I normally don't do this, but I said, hey, I have these, I'll go ahead and try it. Just go over, tap, just to make sure you get everything, make sure that everything looks good. Alright guys, I did a couple things and had a problem with the recording, so I'm just going to show you where I'm at. Alright guys, so just wanted to show you something I did. I had a problem with the recording, so it didn't record correctly. But what I did is I opened up the tabs. You have a bottom tab. I cut this tip. I placed it here. I removed this piece, and then literally touching the glass like this, and I'll have it on the side. I'll see if I can superimpose it on the side. And then after I did that, I put it to the side. I also put a little tab here to make sure that this was staying in the center. What I was mentioning also is that make sure that you have the liquid is complete and together. You'll notice that I put a case on here because I wanted to see what my alignment is, because this one doesn't come with a tray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be bringing this down onto the bubble right in the middle and then letting it rest. You want to make sure that it's right in the middle and that the bubble is not separated, because if not, you're going to get bubbles underneath. Let's get to it. Alright, so I removed the tab from the screen, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my alignment, and I'm going to start from the bottom, right? And then I'll have just a couple seconds to adjust it. See how it's touching right there? Now I'm going to let it go. Oops. And then let it disperse. I may have to adjust it. I'll remove this tab. You'll notice that some of the liquid came out. I'm going to look to get this right in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit. You notice how some liquid came out of there, just to make sure it disperses top and bottom. Move this up just a bit. I want it closer here to the top. And then just let it continue to spread out by itself. Once everything looks like this, then we'll go ahead and we'll put it under the UV light. Now to do the UV cure, I'm going to basically cure the sides first, and then I'm going to work my way literally this way, just curing it. So I'm going to stay here for 30 seconds to cure, and then I'll move on from side to side. Alright guys, so finished product. I did wipe out some of the excess residue that came up over the side, and this is what the product looks like. Now, I did notice, and I don't know if it'll come up on camera, but there are some dots that came up here. And besides that, though, those of you who want to know what the writing capabilities are, or how does it impact the actual S Pen, just wanted to show you this. So I'm opening this up, and then I'm going to just start writing on the screen. Now here you can see that I have some bubbles that just took place, but it does not impact at all the S Pen, so I'm just going over. It doesn't impact the actual, I would say, writability on the screen at all, but I did notice that a couple areas, I got one there, and I actually have one here, and one here. So those are the areas. Once I turn on the phone, they won't be noticeable, but when the phone is off, you can notice it. Now, from a screen resolution and clarity, it doesn't impact it, and it's also very responsive. Wanted to show you kind of what the look is like. So here, this is a spec case. You'll notice that there's a lot of space in the bottom. There's also a lot of space here on the side, and also there's a lot of space here on the top. You can see how much of a gap you have there. Let me just explain what I feel about, or what my experience was with this product from otao. I think that they have hit a great price point. $18 for 2 screens is a great deal. But I do think that there are some shortcuts and some things that if you can deal with it and have the patience, it would be something that I would recommend you try. First of all, the one thing I don't like is this little light. This is kind of a pain going through this process. I do like the Whitestone where it had the actual light, that it was easy to move over, and it was holding itself, right? So I found myself doing this, and I didn't put it on video because it was just so tedious. Like this, and then having to move over and not knowing if I was covering all the areas because of how this works. And it only has 3 lights, so it doesn't have double lights like some of the other products that we look at. The second thing that I would caution you on, again, not super duper deal breakers because of the price point, is the fact that there's no tray. I think that the reason why this happened to me was because I didn't have a guiding tray. So you're doing this, you're putting this basically, just dropping it in and just trying to eyeball it to make sure that you have the screen centered well. So those things. First, again, you don't have an installation tray. Second, you have this type of LED and not one that can hold itself up, are the two, I would say, drawbacks of the solution. But the positive is the $18 price for 2 screens with 2 of the vials to install it on your phone. So guys, that concludes my review of the otao 3D curved glass with UV curing. Again, it's very affordable. It has some small drawbacks, but if you can live with those drawbacks and have the patience to install it, you could get a relatively good installation. Doesn't impact your phone, doesn't impact the stylus, and again, is at a great price point. So comments, leave it in the comment area. Subscribe, and give it a thumbs up. See you in the next one.